A man who works in Canton Township in dire need of a kidney transplant found his perfect match in an unexpected donor, his boss.
Abe Vinitsky has worked for the township for about 20 years, and when word got out that he would need a new kidney, colleagues started getting tested. Megan Woods is live in Canton to pick up the story from there. And Megan, this is a whole lot more than just a simple favor.
Christy, Pamela, that's right. This is not a light favor, and right now we're at Canton Municipal Complex where both men work at, but they told me that neither one of them took this journey and what it meant for Abe's life lightly. Take a look.
His family gave to my family.
For 2 decades, Abe Vinitsky and Greg Hohenberger have bonded over keeping Canton Township parks up to par. They've watched each other become fathers and ultimately family men. It's the reason Greg took a chance on saving Abe's life.
Knowing what it would be like to be able to help somebody keep their dad is huge.
Abe was diagnosed with diabetes 10 years ago. 5 years ago, his doctor suggested he get pre-qualified for a kidney donation because it could take time. It wasn't until last year his condition hit an all-time low.
In the fall, walking around here, I was not healthy, not well at all. I was going home and sleeping as soon as I got home, things I never do.
Abe started dialysis at home, and that took 10 to 12 hours a day. For a father of 3, varsity high school softball coach, and the lead for a summer softball tournament, juggling his declining health wasn't part of the game plan. But in order to live, he made it work.
When I got home from work at 3, I had about 2 hours before I had to start every single day. So if you had errands or things you had to do, you're not going out to dinner, you're not going out and doing anything.
Greg says their department didn't know how bad things had got until Abe mentioned he may need some extra time off because of his health. Greg was compelled to help.
To my friend that passed away a year ago from breast cancer, I couldn't do anything. And that's such a helpless feeling. And in this way, that to know that I could actually do something potentially and make a difference in somebody's life.
He says over the course of months, there were a total of about 20 hours of medical screenings.
Just the willingness to do those tests is a commitment. I mean, he had to go miss work and do different things, and even up to the 2 weeks before they give you a surgery date.
But I had so many people ask me, what if one of your kids needs a kidney, or what if this, or what if that? So many what ifs. And I'm like, well, what I know right now is I can help Abe.
He says even if his children would need a kidney years from now, there's no guarantee he would be a match. So Greg continued to test until March 3rd finally came around.
It got real when we both got to the hospital at 5:30 a.m.
The short moments before surgery is something Greg will never forget. But what he cherishes the most is having Abe here now.
It's great to see him. He doesn't have a port hanging from him anymore. You can kind of always see through his shirt that he had the port there.
I feel like it might be 6 or 7 years since I've felt this good.
To put it in perspective, Abe's kidney function was 8 out of 100 when he started dialysis, and now...
And I'm at 75%, which for my age is above the average.
And that's all that matters to Greg.
It's not an easy process. It's not pain-free. It's very hard, but it's very rewarding too, to know that you made such a difference in somebody's life.
It's the ultimate selfless act. It truly is. So there's, my family will never be able to thank him enough.
Both men are still recovering, but they felt it was important to share this story, hoping to encourage people to get tested to see if they might be a perfect match to a stranger or someone they may know, especially because this month is National Donate Life Month. Back to you.
Megan, those t-shirts were great, and this is really a beautiful story. But did Abe explain why he was trying to get a kidney from a live donor?
Yeah, so when we spoke to Abe, he said any type of donation, kidney donation, is a gift to him, right? That he could live on. But when it comes to a live donation, that could last 20 to 30 years, sometimes even a lifetime. But when he gets a donation from someone who passed away, that would last maybe 12 to 15 years. So either way, it's great. But you know, a life donation, a donation from a living person is really beneficial.
Oh, it makes a huge difference. Well, big hugs to Abe and Greg for us and their families, and we're so glad that they're both doing well. Thanks so much, Megan.